I'm Simon Mitchell, founder of Photo Enterprise, and today I'm with Tina Eisen, a beauty, hair and makeup photographer. Can you tell us how you got into photography?
It was a bit more of a coincidence, to be honest. I used to do a little bit of modeling for hair salons and a little bit on the side like that, just to have a creative hobby. And really short after, I just discovered that I want to make a picture, I want to get involved. And so I just got a second-hand camera and just had a little play, and ever since just loved it. That's pretty much it. Just just a bit of curiosity and trying to see how it all works, lights and finding locations, finding a team. I just had a little dabble at the beginning, and I just enjoyed it so much that I quit my day job. That was it.
Well, I must be doing something right then. So you've run your business since 2009. What would you say are the key components to your success?
I think the main bit is that people need to be aware that they don't really get discovered. There's a lot of photographers out there that use photography as a hobby and just sit and wait to be approached by Vogue one day. But I think the main tip that I would give to people is just get off their bums and just network and just bug agencies and just chance it and be confident and get out there and never think that you're not good enough. Just approach people, because success doesn't just happen. You have to actually get out there, poke your head up and, hi, I'm here, do you want to give me a chance? I think that's the most important thing. You're not going to get discovered sitting on your bum at home, really. So.
No, you're not. So basically get out, network and speak to agencies and...
Yeah, because a lot of photographers at the beginning, they say to me, well, yeah, how do you find a model? Because I'm not good enough to go to an agency. Well, you are. Everyone is good enough at every point for someone, It's never like, oh, I have to shoot for 5 years and then I can ask people. I started asking agencies probably about 1.5 years after I started, and my portfolio wasn't anywhere up to scratch. But, there was agencies with new faces and they needed pictures taken and they would send me people. Just, there's a lot of rejection at the beginning. Out of like 20 people that I contact, one might write back. Just don't let that dishearten you, really. Just keep going, like you're the right person for someone right now, so.
Fantastic, great advice. So initially you were a freelance photographer, shooting for Amazon, Barber, Levi's, to name but a few. What advice would you give to a photographer wanting big name clients?
It's pretty much the same as I just said. It's a question of confidence. When I got my first big commercial client, I had probably been in the business for just about 2 years, which shocks some people, but there was hundreds of applicants and I was just cheeky enough to go and give it a try as well. And sometimes it isn't even about your book being polished. Sometimes the client told me years later, after I had shot for them, that it is my personality and they saw potential in me. So this is a big question of confidence and just going out there and just going for an interview. It might not always be that your work is 100% perfect yet, but I like to learn as I go as well, a little bit. When I started for my first client, I didn't know how to achieve a perfect white background yet, but I learned it before I had my first day, and just get out there, be brave.
Fantastic. So that does mean you spoke to like Levi's, Amazon, Barber, you spoke to those people direct?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Direct, and sometimes it's a case of you need to sell yourself a little bit as well, because some clients, they use the same photographer for years and they will stick to them. So it could be a case of me getting some really nice clothing as well of a certain brand, doing a nice shoot, a nice like editorial style, and send them it and just go, that's what I could do. So do you want to give me a try? And lots of times that doesn't go anywhere, but even if it doesn't, you have learned something along the way. You've like polished your portfolio up again, and there's always something to learn. Even if you get a rejection, you've just networked with new people and added something nice and new to your book. So sometimes it's your initiative as well, and just use their brand and show them what you can do, and they actually might go, yes, we try you for the next campaign, because that's the style we were looking for.
Fantastic, great. So you did some photos of David Beckham. How did that come about?
It was a bit of a coincidence. I was being a bit lucky because a friend of mine was approached to shoot him and couldn't do it that day. So he put my name forward to the agency and they liked my work, and Yeah, I was massively out of my depth that day. It worked fine, perfectly well. The client was happy, but being confronted with a celebrity like that, you just sort of like have to suck it up and try and not ask for a selfie with him for the next 12 hours. But yeah, some stuff like that. I thought I was going to pass out in the morning, but I just went for it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So the photos you take are really creative and really colourful. Where do you get your inspiration from?
I think when I grew up, I was surrounded by a lot of animals, creepy crawlies, that sort of stuff, and I think that reflects in my beauty and fashion a little bit. I love movement. I love colors. Like if someone puts makeup on a face and it sort of reminds you of a colorful bug, or if there's feathers flying and moving and wind. And I think it's mainly, it sounds really cliche, but it is a lot of nature. It's a lot of, in my childhood, my mum was a kindergarten nurse. She was my kindergarten nurse as well, and we grew up very like cute and colorful and playful, and I think that reflects in the stuff that I do now. Even working with creative makeup artists, I am always a bit like, just put some more, and come on, don't be shy. I just want to push the boundaries a bit and turn heads. And as I said earlier, you can shoot clean beauty really beautifully, but I want someone to go, whoa, what's happening there? Like, just be a bit different. I think it's single child syndrome, really. I just want to stand out a little bit.
Fantastic, yeah, well, certainly your work does stand out.
Thank you.
So, do you do much photo editing after the shoot?
I do all my retouching myself. It depends on what it is, really. I mean, beauty, that takes the longest to retouch, because you're close in, you see every pore. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are a bit like, oh, get it right in camera. No one has beautiful, like perfect skin where every pore is in place, and there's always something that you can tweak a little bit. There's always a bit of skin like where it shouldn't be, and this has nothing to do with getting the light right in first place. And then I know there's people that say you shouldn't have to retouch someone, but beauty photography, you're selling a product. I don't want to see someone's spots where I would want the focus on the makeup, for example, on a beautiful lipstick. Retouching for me is to draw attention to the message I want to give, to draw attention to beautifully applied eyeshadow, for example, and someone doesn't get stuck on a lesser pimple there. So we're selling a product at the end of the day, so just make it look as good as possible. Not always, I can do beauty shoots outdoors and the light is just, so forgiving and you hardly need to do anything with that, but in studio beauty photography there's always something you have to do, there's always a stray hair.
That makes sense. And if somebody watching wanted to get into beauty photography, what advice would you give them?
I would say it's a lot of people skills at the end of the day. If if you gel with your team well, if you're friendly to your model, if you get a little of a connection going, I think that's the way to achieve the nicest beauty pictures. Because for me, posing can be studied, but facial expressions, it's true, it's real. It's you can't. It's hard to fake something like that. So if you have a good connection with your subject, and she's relaxed and at ease, she feels beautiful, I think that's the key to get the best results, and that's the strongest pictures you can get at the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay. So what gear are you currently using?
I'm a Canon girl. So yeah, my camera is all Canon. My lights are Profoto. It's just a workhorse, trusted brand I've always used, and yeah, sticking to them.
Fantastic. Well, I'm in the Canon club myself, so all good gear. Is there a particular photo that you've taken that sticks out in your mind and perhaps has special meaning to you?
I do have a favourite. It's a picture, I had it on the screen earlier. It's sort of like an orange makeup with a blonde wig, and I think it's sort of people recognize me for that picture. And the reason why I'm really proud of it is because I worked with a makeup artist that day that she has shot with everyone. She's very, very skilled, and I was sort of almost like out of my depth shooting with her because she had such experience and such skill. But that picture just, I just sort of sucked it up and worked with her, and I was really nervous that day, but it was published almost straight after it came out, and this makeup artist, it is one of her favorite images. So now I feel proud that I went and worked with her and with the hairstylist and with the model, and just came out of my depth a little bit, and And yeah, I think that picture sort of broke me into working with nice, experienced, skilled creatives in the industry.
Yeah, really good. So if somebody wants to learn more about you and see more of your work, you've got a website?
Yes, I do. It's t-2-photo.com, or if you want to find me on social media, it's T2 Photography, all one word, on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'm always happy to answer any questions, so just get in touch there on Facebook, and if you have anything, like I'm trying to help. So
Fantastic.
glad to hear from you.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.